Good evening, folks. Welcome to Venice, Italy. It's the Basketball Champions League, and it's the game between Umana Reyer Venezia and SIG Strasbourg. Well, it's Group C, and anybody that knows anything about basketball will know that these two teams have certainly made an impact on the game in their countries over the years. Of course, Strasbourg, kind of the hard luck losers, reaching the finals three consecutive times under Vincent Collet. But they are a team to reckon with, we fully expect. And already in this group this week, Petro Olympia winning on the road at Movistar Estudiantes, 81-75. Maybe somewhat of an upset there. Banvit also winning 85-74 over Medi Beirut. But Umana Reyer Venezia, last season's champions in Italy, and of course, as you no doubt followed the Basketball Champions League, you'll remember this was a team that went on an impressive run and got to the Final Four. So here are the Group C standings as we speak. 2 3-1 teams, Medi Beirut and Banvit, and followed by Movistar Estudiantes, and of course Umana Reyer Venezia or SIG Strasbourg could also climb to 3-1 with a win tonight. So the roster for SIG, of course, Zach Wright was with Monaco last year. They also made to the Final Four. Luis Laberry was in France's Eurobasket squad. Two of the players you want to keep an eye out, keep an eye open for tonight. Umana Reyer Venezia, well, you got to talk about Marquez Haynes, Hervoye Peric, Dominique Johnson, Michael Bramos, Gediminas Orlik, Mitchell Watt, all of these guys playing for Walter de Rafael. Michael Jenkins played big minutes, and they need to bring it for this team to be successful. And we have seen them come out and play well. Of course, in game day one, they were triple overtime winners over Banvit. And that was one of the games of the season. And you can see Coach Collet, who also is France's national team coach. He'll be coaching the French team pretty shortly here in a few weeks in the World Cup qualifiers. And he's got Bilan as well, Miro Bilan, the Croatia international, in his team. Michael Dixon, who played for Georgia this summer at the Eurobasket. There's Miro Bilan. Be interesting to see what type of impact he has on the team. Well, Coach Collet, one of the best in the business. Long time identified with Strasbourg, and of course with France's national team since Eurobasket 2009. So he's had a long haul. So here comes Marquez Haynes. Never short of a big play. Dominique Johnson. There's Michael Bramos, the Greece international, Andrea Di Nicolau. It's a club moving in the right direction. And how far can they go this season in the Basketball Champions League? Great crowd, as always, in Venice. And there's Walter de Rafael going to shake hands with Vincent Collet. And you saw the Final Four banner. So these are fans. They're passionate. They know all about their team, their history, and still riding the high of last season, of course, when they made it to the Final Four, but also, you'd have to say more importantly, won the Italian title. Referees tonight, Anastasios Piloidis from Greece, Cyprian Stoica from Romania, and Venceslav Velikov from Bulgaria. So we'll get a look at the starting fives for both of these teams. And starting with Strasbourg. Who is Coach Collet going to have in that lineup tonight? You are asking yourselves. Well, we're going to tell you. Just be patient. It's coming up. He's got a multitude of options. Here we go. So Darian Atkins will start, along with Jeremy Leloup, who's in the screen there, Michael Dixon, David Logan, and Miro Bilan. Here's Coach Collet. And I tell you, he'll take you to task. He demands concentration for all 40 minutes, even if you're blowing out your opponent. He wants to see you focused because it's a habit. It's habit forming. And for Umana Reyer Venezia tonight, presumably we're going to see Marquez Haynes in that starting lineup. Yes, he is. Dominic Johnson, Michael Bramos, Gediminas Orlik, and Mitchell Watts.
Ricordiamo che i biglietti sono offerti da Terminal Fusina con i suoi servizi attivi tutto l'anno, park, auto, collegamenti diretti da Venezia dal Veroni, consulta gli orari delle linee su www.terminalfusina.
So we are just about 50 seconds away from the start of this game. Now, recapping Walter de Rafael's results this season in the Basketball Champions League. Remember, they started things off with the most incredible performance at home against Banvit, a team that finished runners-up last year. And of course, Gediminas Orlik played for Banvit last season. Umana Reyer won that one 108-101 in triple overtime. And next week, they were at home, and they lost 103-101 at home to Ike. However, they bounced back last week and won 81-71 at Rosa Radom in Poland. And for SIG Strasbourg, well, they were 83-69 winners over Petro Olympia on game day one. Then they suffered an 82-80 defeat at Medi Bayreuth in Germany. And then last week, they were at home and won a real thriller, 77-74 over Movistar Estudiantes. So, both teams 2-1. Oh, welcome, folks, to Venice. The start of the Basketball Champions League game day 4 clash between SIG Strasbourg, visiting from France, and the Italian club in the white tonight, Umana Reyer Venezia. Miro Bilan, and Bilan gets inside. Nice powerful finish there. Mitchell Watt might have his hands full tonight, keeping Mr. Bilan away from the basket. Bramos bounce pass, and Bilan bumps Watt. Gediminas Orlik takes the shot, and the ball goes out of bounds. And it goes back over to the team in the dark uniforms. Well, the darker uniforms. David Logan has played also for Poland's national team as a naturalized player way back in the day. Eurobasket 2009. Here's Atkins, puts up a three. Johnson looks up the floor, and good hustle back by Atkins. Dixon played for Ike Athens last season. And of course, he had those thrilling moments for Georgia the last couple of summers. Now an offensive foul down low, and turns it back over. So that was indeed on Miro Bilan. Michael Bramos wide open. Well, he'll be expecting to make that one, being a shooting guard or small forward. Pretty much pretty dependable. Greece international. Miro Bilan just down low. Atkins back to Bilan off the back of the iron. Now Johnson pulls up and hits the rim now. Finally, Marquez Haynes hits the little mid-range jumper. Logan looks for space. Bilan, little short push shot. And the foul called on Miro Bilan. Yep. So two fouls quickly on Miro Bilan. So he comes out, and Labaree comes into the game. Of course, instantly recognizable by that whole head of hair there. But he's a good ball player, as he showed for France this summer in Helsinki. And they also made it to the round of 16 and played in Istanbul in Turkey. Bramos hits the three. Michael Bramos off the dribble. And the hustle down the floor. Atkins, no, Dixon Jr., excuse me. Well, he's not afraid to mix it up. And he was going for the ball and just kind of collided with Bramos. Hopefully he's okay. Haynes up high. Gets it to Orlik. And Labaree collects the rebound. And Atkins steps out of bounds. So how's this? You take Dixon out, you bring Zach right in, and Dixon holding his left shoulder. That's not a good sign. Almost wonder if he might go to the locker room. Beautiful play. Mitchell Watt turns, doesn't score. So the foul called on Leloup, Jeremy Leloup. And Dixon still holding his shoulder. Gosh, you hate to see that. You almost wonder if it was just like wasn't necessarily the contact itself, but just the angle of the contact. Or something awkward happened. Watt goes to the line. Takes the lead up to 6-2. Makes both. On that evidence right there, it doesn't look like he's going to come back. Logan into Labaree. And to right, and almost banks it in, goes out of bounds. And Dominic Johnson can't hold on to it. Labaree to Logan. Watt with the rebound. And Labaree held his mouth like he'd caught an elbow or something. Now Logan quickly pushes it and then decides to hold it up. Atkins goes in, stays with it, goes back up. Boy, that was a great effort from Atkins. And the jump shot is good. The three from Bramos. Strasbourg, you need to pick it up a little bit. This Umana Reyer Venezia team, if it gets the wind and it sails, it can be tough, and David Logan comes back and answers with the three-pointer. Orlick has it taken away. Uh-oh, get ready for this. A two-handed jam. Atkins decides to save the 360 and be safe, and Orlick just careless with the ball. Johnson, short. Long rebound out to Bramos. Orlick, again, Bramos on the left this time. Logan. And Labaree made contact with Haynes. And the ball laid up and in by Marquez Haynes. Logan again. They could make a movie about Logan, couldn't they? Well, I think there's already been a Logan movie. Here's Johnson. Over to Haynes. Count it! Three-pointer. He says, that's right, give me the rock. And we'll do great things tonight. Back to a 15-9 lead. Things starting to heat up. C into the game, takes the pass, lays it up and in. Watt to Bramos. Johnson. Oh, left his feet, not knowing where he's going to pass it. So gave it to Orlik. Zach Wright hands it off to Logan. Little runner, short. And then Atkins, I think, fouled Watt. So coming in into the game, that was Labery's foul. So Cortal, number 21, into the game for Strasbourg. Shot is missed by Watt. Second one is good. They're back up to a 5-point advantage. And it goes, and good strong move. So Zach Wright deciding it's time for him to get involved. And Jenkins drives in, and another foul on Wright. Good call by the ref. Jenkins, seeing a little bit of daylight, decides to take it to the rim. Haynes goes out to catch a breather. His team just on top by a few points, and that's a good sign to see Dixon coming back out. And Wright goes out. So the first one is out. Stays out. Di Nicolau also in the game for Umana Reyer Venezia. Jenkins sinks the second. Leloup bounce pass to Cortal. He hands it off, and Di Nicolau picks up Venezia's first foul. So it took more than 8 minutes to get it. So Bramos goes out, and Bruno Torella comes in. Dixon out of bounds, so turns it back over. Jenkins dribbling up high, now to Peric. Revoillet Peric gets it to Jenkins. And C goes up, brings it down. And good denial that time by Torella. Dixon again goes down, and then C called for the foul. A little bit of physicality appearing. So Di Nicolau at the line and misses his first one. Second one is good. So Umana Reyer Venezia, well, they've led 5, 6 points, 4 points, 3 points. And Coach Collet going to his youngster coming into the game. There's a Cortal, banks one in. That was impressive. He's also young, just 20 years of age, but he's brought in Ludovic Behurst as 18-year-old point guard, number 20, guarding Di Nicolau. Interesting matchup. And good job by Leloup to come up with a steal. Looks to make the pass to C. And Sorella called for the unsportsmanlike. I think the ref got that right. He was definitely going after the ball, but with a little bit too much oomph. So C, now you see him at the line, and he can cut it to 1 point. And now Strasbourg, having trailed for the entire game, can take the lead. Dixon, excuse me, right over to Leloup. He misses. And that is that. The end of the first quarter. It's Umana Reyer Venezia 18, SIG Strasbourg 17. So you see the shooting numbers down from the arc. Both teams doing okay at the line, and Venezia attempting a lot more threes than twos. So hopefully Dixon's going to be okay. You can see him got some ice on his left shoulder. He's a warrior. He'll try to go as long as he can. You don't need to worry about that.
Della seconda frazione di gioco.
So the second quarter action underway, and Zach Wright applying the defense and forces the turnover and scores the go-ahead basket. So a little careless by that Umana Reyer Venezia backcourt. Revoio Paris backs up Leloup. Oh, nice soft touch. Just kind of felt Leloup on his back. Knew where he was and put up an easy one. Now, Behurst, intriguing player, as is Cortal. Right. Turns, puts it up, misses. Paul Biliga in the game as well for Italy, the Italy international. Here's Hervé Poriec, gives it to Biliga, and Cortal holds his hand up to say, I was the guy that committed the foul. I'll tell you, when Hervé Poriec comes out, he's fresh and he's attacking and he's looking to get his teammates involved. He is a very, very good player. Chirella, hearing it from Coach Walter De Rafael. Both free throws good from Biliga. 22-19. Cortal sets the pick, rolls, and the pass by, I think it was Leloup, was not a good one. Peric turns again, just lays it up. I'll tell you, if he has any type of advantage on the low blocks, he's going to work. And he had the advantage that time on Zach Wright. And Hervé Poriec is bringing it tonight. Look at that. Strasbourg have to call timeout. Three-point shooting and field goal percentage. So Strasbourg struggling from deep. Points in the paint, Strasbourg.
Drag it if you right behind him, but if you ahead of the ball, don't slow it, just go.
Hey, like I just told Paul, if I'm bringing it down and it's a pick, they already shown, I'm going to move it. Yeah. I'm not going to use it.
Go 55, 55.
Interesting comments from Marquez Haynes. Let's exploit the size advantage if we've got it. And Hervé Poriec has. Zach Wright takes the handoff from Leloup. And the contact, he kind of loses control. Look at him getting on the ground. Was that Biliga? Up ahead to Peric. Lays it up and in. Well, when you see the players getting on the ground after the ball, that tells you who wants it. And I believe that was Biliga. Could have been Jenkins. Cortal. Bayhurst drives in. Oh, look at that from the 18-year-old. If you're good enough, you're old enough. That's what they say. Peric trying to go at Leloup once again, fighting for position. Yeah, that was Biliga. Look at that. That's the type of player he is. And the beneficiary is Peric. who gets another 2. So now Venezia called timeout.
So when we are in late like before, spend the fucking foul.
Ooh,
Don't
apologies,
I don't
folks.
want to see layup.
Apologies for the language.
Watch out. We play two side.
See the assists and the turnovers.
Andrea with the ball.
5 turnovers, 1 assist for Strasbourg, 6 assists and 4 turnovers for Umana Reyer Venezia.
Start here. Pero.
So
Sorry.
3-to-2 ratio for the hosts. That's awful for Strasbourg. And Strasbourg's bench, 12 points, 11 for Umana Reyer Venezia. And a long 3 attempt off target. But they get the ball back. And now Johnson, look at him getting on the ground. We're not seeing the Strasbourg players getting on the ground for the ball. But C goes up and gets the rebound. Cortal hands it off. And Zach Wright has it knocked away. Good defense by Johnson. Jenkins, did he take too many steps? No, draws the foul. C picks up his 2nd foul. Jenkins makes the first one. He only makes 1 of 2, so it remains a 6-point game. So it's very tight. Just a 3 or 2. Oh, look at Beher sneaks in again. Oh, this time he gets rejected. Beliga says, don't bring it in here, young man. Shot clock winding down. C puts up the jumper. Well, they ended up coming away with 3 points instead of 2. So it worked in Strasbourg's favor. It's one thing to get a block. It's another thing to get the ball after the block. And Umana Reyer Venezia did not get it after the block. And now Bayhurst knocks it away. It's a 2-on-1 break. Bayhurst, oh, beautiful pass back, and then Logan decides to bring it back out wisely. Cortal, hey, we're seeing some moves here. He didn't finish, but I'm impressed by Collet's reliance on the young guns. Cortal and Bayhurst, these guys are taking a step up. However, Hervoye Peric does what he's been doing all night. He gets to the rack. Atkins. And Jenkins comes out, and here's the applause. And that was the foul on Peric. And it goes, and the finish is strong. So Atkins, 29-26 now, Venezia. Marquez Haynes backing up now. And look at Bayhurst, sneaks in there and takes it away again. He's making a mark on this game, folks. He really is impressive. And that time Bramos knocks it away. And almost a turnover. Logan's got it. C from the corner. Bramos now pushes it quickly. And this time Strasbourg chased back. And the foul from behind, that'll be number 3 on C. Johnson, he hits a 3. Back to a 6-point lead. Atkins spins, and well, Parrish didn't let him roll to the basket. Made that shot a little bit harder. And Bayhurst trying to stick with, oh, look at that. Bayhurst again almost knocks it away, gets the steal, but Parrish gets it. And Beeline does a good job of batting it over to right. And nice finish from David Logan. Of course, I know him. He's played professionally in Italy before, Logan. Sassari. Haynes for 3. Now Zach Wright. And bounce pass. And Wright misses. Atkins kept it alive. Hervoye Parrish saves it inbounds to Baliga. And the drive. Now Wright. Has he got the right stuff on this one? Back outside to Logan. Bayhurst was open. Pass back out to the youngster. Nope, they're going to go inside. And Bramos reaches in. Not sure what, if any, threat Bayhurst is from deep. Hervoye Parrish comes out, a well-deserved rest. There's Collet, but we're hearing De Rafael. See the rebounding numbers.
2 in start. Okay, going inside, 2 down, 2 flash. Hey, they always show. They don't switch. Short wall, big, moving in the back, in front, come here. Can we pass, swinging the ball. We must release the ball, find a way. Back up. Short wall. I want short wall. Hey, we do it with
Stay
the
focus. Okay, first call in offense, we go fist. Hey, they're both sides. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
So we were able to listen in on both coaches. Intriguing comments. The tactics. 32-28, minute and a half to go in the first half. Now Bilan going against Watt. And ends up going to his right. I think the crowd was thinking maybe he might be in there too long, 3 seconds. And over to Marquez Haynes, and fouled while shooting a three-pointer by Zach Wright, it appears. So Haynes will go to the line. So Haynes makes the first two. And makes all three, so that's a tough foul to give away. And now 7 points, the lead. And Bilan faked the handoff and took it all the way. Very clever. Johnson has the pass knocked away. Logan, midcourt. Bilan able to get it. Atkins now, shot clock winding down. Boy, that was execution to perfection except the finish. Now Johnson and Umana Reyer, ball knocked out of bounds. They will have 3 seconds. And again, Venezia not really committing many fouls. Just 1 in this quarter. Now Bayhurst comes in. And Cortal also. Oh, they find Watt! And he goes up. He beats the young man, Cortal. And takes it back up to a 7-point lead at halftime. So Venezia 7 of 10 inside the arc, 4-4 from deep, 11 of 24 for Strasbourg. The free throw line is a big deal here for Venezia, though. They've gotten to the line and made 11 of 13 shots. So that's a big part of their game. Haynes with 10 first half points. 6 for Atkins. 3 steals for Atkins. Perich with 8. And Bramos with 6. We'll be right back for the second half.
Logan. Vila.
Ditta Benevento, da 130 anni veste e arreda Venezia. Abbigliamento, tessuti, tendaggi. Ditta Benevento, dal 1883 a Venezia. Eleganza senza tempo. Dottor Gianni Tramuti, medico chirurgo dottoriata a Venezia. Da 30 anni offre assistenza qualificata all'interno in campo odontologico. Dottor Gianni Tramuti, 041 41 02 22. Strani comportamenti, ingiustificate assenze e prolungati silenzi. Non ti dovranno più iniziare. Centro Investigazioni SIG troverà le risposte alle tue domande per la tua famiglia e per la tua azienda. Contattaci per un colloquio privato. Valuteremo il tuo problema e ti forniremo i giusti elementi per affrontarlo. Agenzia Immobiliare Capelli è a Venezia in campo Santa Margherita. Scegli la professionalità. Scegli i capelli. Servizi contabili e fiscali. Contabilità, assistenza fiscale a privati e aziende. Combinazione modello 630 e utile. Per qualsiasi informazione ci trovi a Mestre in via Piave 29C. Professionalità ed esperienza sempre al tuo servizio. Leonardo Immobiliare Venezia. Da più di 20 anni sul mercato a Venezia, Lido e terraferma. www.leonardoimmobiliarevenezia.it. Super Basket, la rivista del basket italiano è ora online. www.superbasket.it. Ristorante ai cucina tipica veneziana nel cuore della laguna. Ristorante ai vetrati e a Murano in fondamenta Manin 29. Moro Francesco Trasporti. Da oltre 10 anni specializzati nei trasporti lagunari di ogni tipo, anche con refrigerazione. Per informazioni 348 04 55 217. JPT, informatica e web per il business. JPT opera in 4 settori: assistenza sistemistica, centralini telefonici pubblici, noleggio stampanti multifunzione, siti web. Per informazioni visita il sito www.jptnet.com oppure contattoci allo 041 86 26 205. Ottica Garzera di Vladimiro Pavano. Vasto assortimento di montature e lenti di tutte le migliori marche. Ottica Garzera, gli specialisti dell'occhiale, è in via Garzera Alta 68 a Mestre. Spaccio 5, completamente rinnovato, vi aspetta in via Mestrina, angolo Galleria Teatro Vecchio, con le nuove collezioni.
37-30. It's, as always, been an entertaining game here in Venezia, in Venice. And what have we got in store for this second half? Well, still a long way to go. Didn't see too much of Labari, excuse me. We didn't see much of Gediminas Orlik in the first half for whatever reason. Of course, Marquez Haynes just keeps on keeping on. He's got 10 points to lead Umana Reyer Venezia. And also, Peretz was very impressive when he got the ball in his hands. He's got 8 points. 6 points for Michael Bromos off of a couple of made three-pointers. They're 11 of 15 at the free throw line. Umana Reyer Venezia. So, no doubt they're looking at the Basketball Champions League app. And there's a nice photo. Like to have one with the local mascot. Take it, Dad. Come on. Okay. Players are back on the court, and the flags are waving. You can see behind the basket. I think we're ready to go. Now, interestingly, some type of technical, I believe, was called at halftime, so I'm not sure who said what. A bench technical, excuse me, was called. Having some stats issues tonight, so I can't tell you specifically what. Yeah, it's a bench technical called on Collet, so he's upset, presumably because hardly any fouls have been called on Umana Reyer Venezia. And anyway, they don't capitalize. So just as a reminder, in terms of the foul count, yeah, just 3 fouls called on Umana Reyer Venezia tonight. 12 have been called on Strasbourg. Well, nothing really stood out to me. Well, here's a quick early foul that's been called. And I think it's on Watt. And they find Zach Wright under the basket, and he goes up for an easy one. Watt over to the corner, and Johnson, long jump shot, so he gets that 2 right back. Bilan hits the jumper. So Strasbourg showing signs of waking up here. Now Watt has it. And the left-handed jumper off the rim, Leloup. It's interesting, you know, you can, as you look at Logan go down the lane and runs into Watt, you remember Dave Raphael during one of the timeouts was saying use the foul guys, although in a slightly more colorful language. The ball goes off the rim and into the hands of Labari. And the twist and the turn and the foul. So another opportunity for Strasbourg to carve into that deficit. You can see Dave Raphael, I think he senses his team has not come out of the changing room yet, emotionally. Second one is good. So now it's a 4-point game. Watt goes in, kind of fading away, and Jeremy Leloup not able to save it. Leloup hasn't been the same, hasn't created as much havoc tonight defensively as he usually does. Quick pass over to Marquez Haynes. He drives in. That's why you get him the ball. You want us to get me going? I'll get us going. Just hand me the keys. I'll turn on the ignition. Goes right past right. He's got 13 points. And the pass intercepted. And the player that really sparked him, Bayhurst, has come into the game to guard Marquez Haynes. So Zach Wright takes a seat and is replaced by the 18-year-old. Watt. And oh, how in the world did he get that up and in? He was hemmed in there. And suddenly, the lead has ballooned to 9 points. Bilan misses. Ball goes out of bounds. Back over to the Italians, the Venetians. See if Bayhurst can disrupt Haynes. Orlik. Logan with the board. Boy, Orlik hasn't really gotten anything going tonight. And the jump shot is good from Leloup, so that helps keep the visitors from France thereabouts within striking distance. Haynes gets it again over to Orlik. His pass stolen. Orlik just not at the races tonight. And nobody picks up Logan. He goes all the way down the lane. So back to a 4-point game. It was 9 less than a minute ago. Johnson, his pass. Watt looked like he was pushed by Leloup. No call. And Orlik comes out. Not surprised. Bayhurst falls down, gets back up. Off to Logan. And his bounce pass read by Jenkins. Excellent defense by Jenkins. And Jenkins reaches in and commits the foul. So third team foul, 4:57 remaining in the second quarter. Logan. And it goes. Beeline kind of falling to the right. Marquez Haynes has it. And good. That's the Jeremy Leloup that we're used to seeing. And Jenkins reaches in and breaks it up. Nice sportsmanship there by Beeline. And that was a physical play by Jenkins. And Beeline didn't have to show that sportsmanship, but he did. Bayhurst inbounds it. Logan. Jump shot. Hervelier Parrots now. Andre Di Nicolau. Back to Parrish. Jenkins was able to get it off. Didn't come close. Nice hesitation from Logan. A key point in the game here. Labaree now. And Labaree just lost the handle on it. Oh, here's Parrish. He's not going to miss. Get him the ball anywhere near the basket, and it seems to be going in now for Hervelier Parrish. Logan's shot off target. Again, Jenkins with the rebound. Di Nicolau. And Logan reaches in and almost unlucky not to come up with a steal there. Looked like he read, looked like the pass was telegraphed. Watt goes out. Yeah, it was telegraphed by Di Nicolau, who's lucky. Logan didn't get that. Bramos goes out as well as Watt. And the drive by Watt. Excuse me. Bofin. And Bayhurst loses his footing, and it leads to another play, and Parrish dunks it. Nice assist by Di Nicolau. He knew who was coming behind him. And that was unfortunate for Strasbourg, as Bayhurst just kind of lost his grip. And Leloup knew the pass was going back to Parrish, but he just couldn't get the ball. And you can see De Rafael saying, we need to speed this game up. Let's do it. Let's go. Assist to turnovers, still not good for SIG.
First one to go up. Darion down here. Là, Darion come. That could be Jeremy at the end for the flare screen. S'il n'y a rien, nothing. Back up. Side kick with a Louis. Roll in the middle. Okay, let's go.
Ricky, se prestano, prendi a te la palla.
Fast break points, 8 for Umana Reyer Venezia, 6 for SIG. (50-40), and still within striking distance. No problem at all. Plenty of time for Strasbourg. Just got to turn things around. Starting now. See, bounce pass. Labary drives in. Nice finish from Labary. And now the turnover. Bayhurst makes up for that turnover at the other end by coming up with a steal. Changes directions, goes up. Labary with the follow, and now Di Nicolau has it. Missed opportunity for Strasbourg. In it goes. Hervoye Perich once again. You're not going to stop him if he gets the ball anywhere near the basket. Not tonight anyway.
Primo fallo a Riccardo Colpin.
Open has it, so Venezia back by 10. And trying to keep the pressure on. Strasbourg trying to cut into this deficit here at the end of the third quarter. Beliga. Now Perich dribbles and has the ball knocked away by C, but Di Nicolau gets it and puts up a long one, but misses everything, and it goes back over to the visitors. Collet really trying to stress something about how the game is being officiated. Well, you got to do whatever you can. And Beliga at the line. Beliga makes the first one. And misses the second. So 11-point game, 1 of 6 to go. Still plenty of time. And now the turnover up ahead. Jenkins lays it up and in. And the jump shot is good from Atkins. Haven't said that name much in the second half, if at all. So he's got 9 points. Di Nicolau looking to make the killer pass. Gets it to Baliga, and Baliga is fouled.
Il primo fallo numero 5, Atkins, doppio cambio, Strasbourg. Entra numero 10, SIG, numero 21, Cortei. Colbiniga in Lune.
Baliga makes the free throw. You know, the door's been open for Strasbourg to make some runs, but they just weren't able to sustain that comeback. They got it, I think it was to within 3 or 4, and just kind of unraveled there. Now they're trying to claw back. Still got plenty of time. Bayhurst right at the end of the quarter, over to Atkins. He missed everything. 12-point lead, Umana Reyer Venezia. 1 quarter still to play. And Umana Reyer Venezia certainly have continued to have some joy at the free throw line. Both teams with 15 makes inside the arc. And both teams struggling from deep. So some of the highlights. That was a badly needed basket by Umana Reyer Venezia by Haynes. Kind of seemed to wake him up a little bit. And that was a tough make from Watt. And that was a good take by Logan, who kind of got the bit between the teeth. But Hervoye Paris, just like in the first half, still getting it done in the third quarter as well. His high percentage game. And even Bolpin came in and made a difference. And this was off the turnover from Bayhurst. But Strasbourg do not give up. They will continue to fight as always. But they don't have an answer for that tonight. Hervoye Paris, when he's able to post up down low against most of these Strasbourg players, he's having a lot of joy. And of course, Baliga's out there hustling as usual. Atkins over to Bayhurst, over to Leloup. Oh, missed badly. It was online, but a good meter long. Must be something in the air tonight. Hervoye Paris drives in, this time denied by the youngster, Cortal. And Di Nicolau commits the foul on C.
Secondo fallo di Andrea Nicolau, cambio SIG Strasbourg, entra numero 3, right.
And court back to a 10-point game now. Well, David Rafael sticking with his bench, but again, I think that's Baliga. You watch him, he Yeah, he kind of turns into Zach Wright. Zach Wright goes down. There's Bulpin. He checks out of the game. Another interesting player, Bulpin. Quick pass to Zach Wright. His bounce pass to Courtal. They're going to end up with a three, and not even close from Leloup. I mean, they work it around. Zach Wright, instead of attempting a tough shot down low, they pass it out to shoot the three, but the problem is they're just not shooting them well tonight. Jenkins drives in and ticked off that he couldn't finish, but he'll attempt a couple of free throws. Well, that was a nice shake and bake. Look at this. 8:17 remaining. You can see easily Strasbourg getting back in this game. You know, play good defense, rebound, but their shot selection, for me, they need to really attack the basket and try to get to the free throw line. That's what I would stress if I were Collet. And I see some players that like to sit on the perimeter, including Atkins. Watch, he's going to take the jumper. Nope, he's going to back up. He's going to go to Perich and then back outside and open right. Revellier Perich goes up for the rebound. Good things tend to happen when you drive. You either get the basket, you could draw the foul. Teammates crash the boards, get the offensive rebound, keep it alive. Di Nicolau puts up a three, and then the long rebound. Bounces over Atkins. Di Nicolau to Bramos. Jenkins sees some lights all the way to the basket, so takes it. And that's what you would like to see more from Strasbourg. 13-point lead. C. Courtal at the line. Good. Well, I think he's got a promising future, Courtal. I'm duly impressed. Di Nicolau, a little bit out of control. Di Nicolau charges into the defender. So Revellier Perich goes out. He's been working hard tonight. Another of the forgotten men, Dominic Johnson, comes back into the game. Bounce pass. Out to Zach Wright. Shot clock down to 5. Much better, much better. Nobody was there, though, to rebound. Except the white shirts. Probably your best jump shooter for Strasbourg, you would think, would be Logan. Jenkins lets one fly from deep. Courtal trying to box out. He had his man behind him, but not able to get the ball.
go 53, 53, regular, okay, Mitch? So, watch where the ball is. Anyway, that's the screen. An angle towards the ball, okay? And we go here to steal. Cast here, pass, Ore. First screen, Mitch, second screen, Michael.
After you roll, Olivier behind, he's hot. Take take advantage, okay? Let's go. Allez, les gars, défense, allez.
See no sense of quitting Collet, that's for sure. See the rebounding totals. Venezia just owning that stat, 32-22. Inbounds it, comes out and gets it. Offensive foul. Turns it back over. So moving screen, I take it, on Orlik. Beeline now. Elon backs up his man, falls down. Well, right idea. Got to stay on your feet, though. Pass back out, and this allows Venezia to take more time off the clock. Not that that's something that's consuming them right now. Haynes, ready to go to work. Had a little bit of a mismatch on him. C. So it's been kind of a tough ask tonight for Strasbourg tonight. They've not had their rhythm for whatever reason. Give credit to Umana Reyer Venezia. They've had to make plays, and they've seen some areas where they can hurt Strasbourg. And of course, you always have the benefit of Haynes when he's playing this well. He's come out and made shots tonight. 16 points, 2 of 3. He's also been willing to put the ball on the deck. And pass down low in the basket. Well, higher percentage shot, even if it is by Logan. .445 remaining. Johnson for 3. Falls down, I think, in the hope of getting the the foul. Logan wide open. That's your man right there. Bam! And just like that, it's back to single digits. You want to get the ball to the shooter and shoot the 3, that's fine. If you don't want to go to the basket, pass it back out to Logan. He's hit plenty of 3s in his career. And that brings a timeout from Walter de Rafael.
No foul to spend, but we need to come back and mash up immediately. Okay, go in offense. Watch out if they press. Okay, and we go one up, DJ, one side, entry pass to the 5-man. So we got DJ here, we got Pero here, Mitch, this position.
We can play simple, some very good, okay? With quickness, et joue large. He's going to play
So the assist to turnover ratio again.
After, just go on the round, release, back up. Use the trap you, so really go back. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, finish it.
Pass to Parrots again. And this time, not able to hand it off to Watt. Strasbourg come up with a steal. Logan. Oh, Cortal thought about taking that, but Logan says, no, no, no. This is the David Logan show. Look out. Okay, gives it to Laberry. Over to right, into Cortal. Oh, nice pass, Cortal! And the finish by Laberry. Great patience. Look at this. Great cut from Labaree. And certainly Peric looked like he had his left hand on Labaree and pushed him. So with less than 4 minutes to go, Strasbourg definitely alive and kicking. But it would have helped their cause if Labaree could have made a free throw. Peric drives in, where he's been oh so tough, and earns a trip to the line. First one is good from Peric. You know, they got some big names that joined this team, but it's you know, they haven't been stealing the headlines tonight. There's Watt, gets the offensive rebound, scores with a putback. That's a killer for Strasbourg. You got to be fighting for all the loose balls, all the rebounds, and to give one up off a missed free throw and allow them to score with a putback. That's a killer. Into Labaree, who again gets inside, and again, almost carbon copy, draws the foul from Peric. Well, that was a good play by Leloup. Labaree makes the free throw, 66-59. Now can Strasbourg get a stop and get a rebound? Or maybe come up with a steal. Entry pass to Peric, takes the bump. He says, anything you can do, I can do better. Boy, he has been Mr. Low Post tonight, hasn't he? He's either been posting up or driving. It's been a good night's work for that man right there. 10-point lead. His numbers prove it as well. He's 7 of 10 inside the arc. Now it goes Labaree. And again, Labaree is fouled. Pump fake. Great move. And then Labaree took a shot to the face. I don't think it was intentional, but it certainly annoyed him. Labaree misses the first one, though. Well, the missed free throws tonight, he'll count them up, and it won't make for pretty viewing. Second one is good. Dominic Johnson's able to throw it across midcourt. 2:40 remaining. Haynes. Peric again misses. Watt there for the rebound. Out to Dominic Johnson. Wide open three-pointer. That's about a, what you call a 2-minute, 30 seconds remaining dagger. Takes it up to 72-60.
to screen, same time you attack. You can go both sides. We stay behind, so he's behind. Watch your shot.
Okay.
Neither team really able to connect much from deep tonight. Sub 32, 26% for Venezia. If they can make their threes, they'd be well ahead of this game. So 2:30 remaining, 72-60. Baskets, high pressure defense. You know what we saw earlier tonight with Neptunus Klaipėda, they were really able to get points off their defense with that full court press. I'm not, you know, you would think Strasbourg would be able to employ something that could bother them. And there you go, another one from Logan, three-pointer. Back to a 9-point game. Haynes. And good D from Leloup. Ball goes out of bounds, back over to Strasbourg. Look at this. Well, certainly Leloup had his feet set. He may have lowered his arm a little bit, but you know that contact was made by Haynes. I think that's what the referee saw. Got it right. And offensive foul. Boy, that is a killer.
Quarto fallo numero 7, number 8. Giocando, Reyer Venezia.
So both teams in the bonus. Labary comes up and commits the foul. He will have to watch what he says. Doesn't want to get a technical here. And the forgotten man, Gediminas Orlik, who hasn't played much tonight, comes into the game. Logan, a little runner. Orlik with the rebound. Johnson. A couple of big threes from him, just kind of finishing things off nicely tonight for Umana Reyer. And that was Gediminas Orlik. Good defense. Batted the ball back in bounds. Courtal open. And Ramos kind of forgets who's behind him, but nevertheless, Umana Reyer keep it. And as the game gets into late, did he not get it across midcourt in time? Well, this is where the coach will call timeout and remind his players, I'm guessing, let's try to get this deficit more manageable in case we go to goal differential with these guys later on. Let's get some execution here, because these two teams could be tied late in the season. So each team with 6 makes now from 3-point range.
okay? So we got this pop for a shot or for the end of Cass or DJ, okay? You can also
Rebounding totals 37 to 24 in favor of Venezia.
Okay, Ricky, let's go. 1, 2, 3,
Good night's work for that man, that's for sure. And the turnover, right, gets it back to 11. Haynes pressed in the backcourt, able to get across. Bulpin over to Watt, goes baseline. Oh, tried to get a little fancy on the dunk. And now the ball taken away by Gediminas Orlik. Johnson wide open, lays it up and in. And it goes Cortal. Could be the last possession. Gediminas Orlik over to Johnson, wide open, stays out. That's it. 78-67. Well, Umana Reyer ultimately were convincing enough. I wouldn't say they were very convincing, but convincing enough, winning it by 11. There's Walter De Rafael and Collet. See Collet still talking to the referees, trying to get some explanations. Might have some interesting things to say in the press conference, which you'll be able to follow live, should you so desire. So it's the Umana Reyer Venezia that improves to 3-1 on the season. Strasbourg dropped to 2-2. You see 20 of 27 at the free throw line tonight. Just 5 of 8 for Strasbourg. Also dominated the rebounding. And the leaders, Perich, ended up with 18 points. Liga had those hustle stats, 3 steals. Haynes had 16 points. And that was quite a mean 1-2 punch for them. And then, of course, Johnson came in and just finished things off. So the standings, Umana Reyer go to the top, as we said they would. The winner of this game, Mehdi Beyrouth, followed by Banva. Those are 3-1 teams. And Strasbourg now in the lower half of the standings. But a long way to go in this one. Some of the highlights of the game. And you know, a lot of it you'll see some David Logan trying to bring his team back. But this guy here, they just didn't have an answer for Peric all night long. Time and time again, went to the basket. That was after the turnover. Labrie became kind of a battering ram for a while for Strasbourg. But here was Peric's post-up game. That was where nobody was there for the follow. Haynes, of course, he had the 16 points, solid again. Gedimina Sorlik, and that was right at the end of the game. So, all in all, you have to say Umana Reyer deserved it. And Cole will be interesting to see what he has to say after. Certainly, he was not happy with certain aspects. Anyway, that's it. Game day 4 in the books. It's been a lot of fun, folks. We'll see you next week.